Hey guys, Sean C. Phillips with a brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday Sean video today. Today gonna go out there, see what things came out there, see what things are on sale. Today though, new release-wise, a couple of things coming out. There's probably not gonna be a lot of things changed out like in Walmart this week. Next week I know there's a bunch of things coming out. But the one thing coming out though, I feel like is definitely gonna, I would think, show up in Walmart at some point, and that's the Nightmare on Elm Street collection, all of the films available for the first time on 4K. I know they released, I believe, the first film on 4K, but this is the first time that they're all together in a collection. Also coming out today is The Life of Chuck. I saw there's going to be a 4K of that and a standard Blu-ray as well. For some reason, I thought the Blu-ray came out like a week or two back, but when I was looking on Blu-ray.com, I saw it was, coming out today. Also, though, at the end of this video, there's going to be a bunch of brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews for you guys to check out as well for some things I received a review and talk about for you guys as well. And also too, guys, thank you again for all of you who have been checking out Desert Fiends on Tubi. I know I talk about that every week, but I really appreciate that. And basically too, the more people that go to it, the more it helps it get recommended. So I really appreciate you guys always going over to Tubi and checking it out. And those of you too who have liked the film as well on there, thank you again. But anyway though, guys, let's get going and see what we can find today. Into the first Target we go. And you guys know we always check over here in the books, where they used to have the movies in the front, and see anything that's changed out. This one here, Irrational, Ruin, Matt Dinman or something. This one, I think this is a new one, and Tourist Season. I don't think I remember seeing that one last Tuesday, what I can tell though, but we're gonna head back because there's a couple new figures people are finding, like some new of the Batman, like in different color ones, and like I think there's some kind of like a Turtles with a comic book and a few other things too, so we shall see though if we come across any of them today. But yeah, back here though, I don't see anything different though. Like I'm still looking for the Terrifier NECA figure. They do have though the Ben Cooper one here though. I found this one a little while back. This is one of the ones that's kind of harder to come across from the group of the newer ones that have come out. Yeah, I can tell from right here though, it's all the same ones, but there's supposed to be like two different new ones that are like the color ones, and then like the turtle ones are supposed to be ones that like include a comic book, like Mcfarlane ones as well, but I don't see any spot for them here, and it seems to be these same ones, usually like the Adam Strange figure or like the one Superman one that you see like again and again, the Meteoroid one, or however you say that one, you see that one Into Walmart we go. All right, so we've not peeked over here. We'll see if anything was changed out or different in here. So the Steelbook area, I don't think I saw this last week, the Beetlejuice, the new Steelbook for this one. They sold out though, that was last week too, for the Corpse Bride and the Conjuring. Those were last week too with Steelbooks, but they still have, all the stuff out here from last week, like Superman, Megan, the 2-pack, one over there, Last of Us bundle. I'm pretty sure I showed you all these ones, and then that one location, it was so strange. It was like the Walmart that only had DVDs. It was like they literally had only the DVD versions of everything. It was so weird. I guess there must be some that are like kind of like that. But over here, I don't think anything was changed out in here in this horror one, but they did put 28 years later. That probably is put in the wrong spot. But they have the old 8-movie collection here for Nightmare on Elm Street, but there's going to be a new one like this. This is that's the 4K version. But looking over here though, this is all the stuff from last week. Nothing new there. Let's see back here though, figure-wise, I don't think nothing back there. There's a woman kind of in the spot there looking at the phones, but looking here, there's a few more of the glow-in-the-dark ones here. I think I've showed all these ones before, I believe. This is the other kind of spillover horror area in here. It has like Halloween Town, Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey double feature in here, and there's a few other of the glow-in-the-dark ones down there as well. But yeah, this area back here is pretty stocked up. They have like all these Gameverse ones and the Thunderbolt ones, but I've seen some people in their locations having these in the clearance area, and they've been like half price for these ones. But it's weird though, only certain locations have, like I've mentioned a bunch of times, this whole kind of setup thing. So the ones that don't, a lot of them, it seems like have put them in the clearance, but I haven't come across any of them personally though. But this one's pretty stocked up though. This one has so many of this, like this Captain America one. This is the one that you see like in so many, the stores. They have like so many of that one. But yeah, I think I showed you guys these ones last week. These are kind of like these newer Batman ones here. And there's supposed to be more of the retro Ninja Turtles that I found one of last week. I think there's supposed to be 1 or 2 more of those ones that are newer. Into the next Target we go. We always have to go by the $1, $3, and $5 spot. I think I don't know if I showed these ones last week. These strange gummy worm things that look like ramen noodle cup things, and it's like blood thing and like fingers. It's very strange. These different ones here, but we'll head back and see if there's anything different figure-wise in here today. Though we shall see. Though. Yeah, I can tell from right here it's all the same ones. Again, it doesn't look like anything new, was put out. But it's so funny though, seeing these things released again, the Viewmasters. I know they've been around, but it's just, I don't know, it's just, to me, it's kind of cool, like all these things coming out again. And they're using like the same original like design and font and text and stuff like that. So they really look like a total throwback. It's made a little cheaper though. I feel like it's a little lighter than it was back in the day, but it is very cool, to see these things again and everything. Taking a look back here though, seeing anything different. That Xenomorph, that alien one down there, that looks like a different thing. I don't remember seeing that really big one, but then other than that though, seems to be all the same ones. And this one doesn't have a lot of the newer Ben Cooper ones like the Terrifier or the Chainsaw, any of those ones though, from what I can tell. Well, into the next Walmart we go. We'll see though if this one has anything different in here today though. They're starting to get some of the Christmas stuff out as well. Like a lot of them already have like the full Christmas section already, I've noticed, which is kind of crazy how quickly certain things are out. This one doesn't seem like it does, but I've been to ones that have like some of the trees and stuff they're starting to put out and everything as well. But like I said, we'll see anything different in here today. We shall see. Let's see though, back here figure wise, if there's anything different in this one. A lot of Coraline things. Seems like the same ones from what I can tell. And I don't think people have been finding the new ones, like different color Batmans I was mentioning, anywhere besides at Target. I think they're only Targets. Let's see though. So this one has everything all locked up in here. Trying to see if they switched anything out. And it's funny when you look on Blu-ray.com, it looks like for that Guns Up one, there was going to be a Blu-ray, and because you see it on the site, but then when you click on it, it shows as like not, available. So I guess they were like gonna put one out for that. I noticed that happens sometimes for certain things. It's like you see that originally it looks like there's going to be a Blu-ray, and then they kind of change their mind. But they still have the UHF Halloween special, which is so cool to see that, sold in stores. And like I was mentioning, that's one that I have a voice in, the dog commercial in that one. That's my voice doing all the narration in that. But in here though, looking just to see is anything else different. What I can tell, doesn't look like it though. Let's just check over here, anything different. Let's see, here's their horror setup over here. Pretty much the same. And then over here, and all this stuff is now on clearance. I showed this last week, and there's a lot of stuff left. Like the Megas are down to 20, but I feel like, because I've seen some locations they have like a ton of them, those will probably get down to like 15 or 10 or 15, I'm suspecting, at some point. Because like for example, like all this stuff too, it's crazy. I've seen some locations. I think it's because these things are locked up. I don't think they sell as well, because I don't think people, when it comes to like if they want a blind box or Jurassic Park and stuff, I don't know if they're gonna find somebody to open it up for it. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It seems like, I think sometimes when you have stuff locked, it can kind of deter the sales, and that's why you see so much of it left, I think. I don't know, but it seems like that could be the case. But we'll take a look down here in the toys, see if there's anything different. It is crazy though with the Barneys and stuff. Like they brought all this Barney stuff back, and you don't see any of it selling. It's all sitting. It's like I've been look at so many locations, and it like literally none of it has like moved. It's kind of a crazy thing. Let's see down here in the section. The main thing I'm trying to find though is any different, of the retro turtle ones. This one though has more of these. These are pretty cool. I think this is actually the location I bought it at last week. Probably this one. I've not seen that at too many other ones though. But the main one I wanted to find was the retro one. There's like a think there's one that's like a silver looking one, like a snake or something like that. And it's so weird with these Power Rangers figures. And I've mentioned this, how the one figure you've never seen anywhere is the putty one. It seems like for some reason in America, that one has not released here, because I've not seen anyone here finding it, unless it's like only available online or something. But it's really weird how like that's the one figure you will not come across whatsoever. Into the next Target we go. And hopefully this one isn't blasting music, because I went to a couple, I think I went to 2 other ones before this that I didn't show because like they were blasting music. So wasn't able to show anything. It was like everywhere. It was like T-Swift and everything though. So hopefully this one does not have the music up as loud, but we shall see though. We'll see anything in here different, and hopefully they put out some of the new figures and stuff at this location, but we shall see. This is one of the bigger ones. So I have found stuff here in the past, so we'll see anything different here though. So we shall see. But yeah, taking a look though at this location, it's like very, very empty. You see, it's just that same Superman one there that you're always seeing. And other than that though, it's very, very picked over at this one. And then over here though, Simpsons wise, doesn't look like anything different from what I can tell either though. But taking a look back here though, seeing if there's anything different mixed in here. And I haven't seen any sign either of those Ninja Turtle ones I was mentioning, the ones that include like a comic book. I feel like those ones, those are Mcfarlane as well. I feel like those would either be in the main area over there with the Turtles or back here. But from what I can tell though, not seeing anything different in here. I know too, I'm sure when those comic book ones come, there'll probably be real quick ones people will grab. This is one of those areas though, when you touch something, you gotta be really careful, because it's sort of like a dominoes thing and everything will sort of start falling off. But yeah, checking back here, let me see, I gotta be real careful, but doesn't look like it from what I can tell. I'm trying to be really make sure I'm really looking, because there's been times when I've like looked back later on the video, I'm like, there, the thing was right there, and I'm just pointing at it. But no, doesn't look like it though. But I think there's at least 1 or 2 more Targets, and I think there might be another Walmart on this out in this area as well too. Into the next Target we go. Yeah, and it looks like there's like 1 more Target in this area. That's one that I don't think I've been to too often. It's a little further out, so I think I'll go there. And I think there might be a Walmart in that area as well too. So we'll try to check those ones and then head back. But into the next Target we go. But yeah, in here guys, it's weird. There's one of these down here, which is kind of funny, hidden down here. I found this one a while back, but this is one of the harder ones to get. I don't see the other one though. Sometimes when you see this one, you see the one that has, it's like the red version. That's their harder find one. But this one is a hard one to come across too. There's, what's this one over here? That's the Kite Man one. But yeah, that's really funny to see that one in here, but I don't see any other things too different besides this one in here though. Yeah, all the Targets and stuff are blasting music. This is a newer one too, this Home Alone one as well, but that's definitely cool to see this one in here though. Into the next and probably final Walmart we go. Yeah, this location here, you can see they have the Christmas trees up on the top. So yeah, like I was mentioning, a lot of them have already started putting all the Christmas stuff out. So you see this one. It's so funny though, seeing, this is what I was mentioning too, this retro area. And you see this, because I remember that as a kid. I think I had my mom's one of this, and they reissued this. The different thing is it doesn't move around anymore, this. It's like a hard thing now, but it's just funny seeing you know, all these things kind of coming back again. But yeah, like I was saying, you can see this location has out the ornaments and, you know, all the stuff. Let's see though, anything different in this one, you know, toy wise or anything like that as well. The other thing I've been trying to find too are those trolls. But I saw some people online find them, and I've not come across them anywhere, though. I think I was talking about them last Tuesday. They're basically trolls, and there's like, one of them is like Jurassic Park, one of them is a troll that's dressed like Chucky. But for some reason, they've been really hard to come across. I saw someone like on Instagram showing them, but I've yet to see them show up in any stores or anything. I remember seeing the trolls, though, in Walmart like a year or two back. There's just been no sign of them this time around. In here, though, figure-wise, though, checking through here to see if there's anything different. This is a random one you don't see too often. This Mr. Terrific one over here in the section. So that's kind of a real random one. But doesn't look like anything too different. We'll check over in the movies as well, too. See what's different over there. But yeah, in here, though, guys, they have the other one I was mentioning, the Corpse Bride one. I think that was last Tuesday, and the Conjuring one as well. Other than that, though, over here in the front, this one has the UHF one as well, but doesn't look like anything else too different here. But we'll go down the area down here and see if there's anything else different as well, though. I see up here, though, a bunch of different figures. What is this? Oh, that's a cool one right here. This is one that I was actually never came across. I only saw this once, and I didn't realize there was going to be a hard one to get. But that's kind of cool. There's that one here. They still have one of these. I don't know if they're on any sale now yet. I don't think so. But it's cool that they have that one, because that was actually one of the ones that I had wanted to come across. But I had, like I said, I saw it one time and didn't realize it was going to be one of those like really difficult ones to come across. So that's pretty cool, and definitely a random one to find. Anyway, though, guys, that was off my brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shopping video today. Like I always say, if you guys enjoy these shopping videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Also, in the comments below, let me know what you guys picked up on DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K, if you guys ended up picking up anything today as well. Also, let me know if you guys ended up seeing anything this past weekend in theaters, or if you guys watched anything new on streaming. This past weekend, though, I did see a couple of different things. The one movie that I saw kind of came out of nowhere, and had a friend of mine, you know, for years, Adam Rifkin, was in the movie, and I didn't know anything about it. And when I was watching it, I was like, I have a feeling this was filmed a while ago. And I saw this one license plate that said 2011. And I'm like, oh, I thought it was 2011. So I reached out to Adam and asked. And it was shot in 2009, a lot of that movie. So it's a movie called BFFs. And I thought it was fun. It was kind of like that movie Friendship. It was kind of like Adam Rifkin's character was kind of like getting taken advantage of this one guy, and like all these, making him do all these weird things and weird things going on. I liked it. Nick Stoll was in the movie, but it was weird watching something like that because it was from so many years ago, 2009. So it was like probably the longest, well, I think the longest one we took to come out was Grizzly 2. The other one that I saw this past weekend that seems to have mixed reviews, but besides the boar in it, and not being boring, but the boar, there's a pig in the movie. Besides the digital effect for the pig in Strangers Chapter 2, I liked it. I actually thought it was actually pretty good, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with the third one. But the problem is, I hope the third one still comes to theaters, because I know this one didn't do as well. So regardless, I'm sure there'll still be a Blu-ray and DVD of it, but it's just, I like it. I don't know why there's such like mixed stuff on it. And the other way that I saw was Paul Thomas Anderson's new movie with Leonardo DiCaprio, One Battle After Another, which I loved. I thought that was really good. It was very long, though. It's a little longer, but I didn't mind it. And I thought, to me, it was kind of up there when it came to like the Paul Thomas Anderson ones that I really, really liked, like with There Will Be Blood, and I also really like, you know, Punch Drunk Love and The Master. I think The Master was the one that I remember, like, after I saw that, I kept thinking about it nonstop, because I thought that was a really interesting movie. But I've always really liked his stuff. I didn't like Licorice Pizza that much, though. But One Battle After Another, though, I really liked a lot. And I liked the way it was shot, too. It was shot on film and very old cameras, like VistaVision, so cameras from the 60s. So it has a big, very vast look to it and everything, too. But anyway, though, guys, now stay tuned for the brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews. And the first one I got here is from Sony. This is a really cool, brand new Steelbook release here. And this is the 4K Ultra HD, which includes the 4K, the Blu-ray, and the digital copy. This is also the 35th anniversary of the film. And I always love this movie. I've watched this movie throughout the years so many times. This has on here the brand new uncensored version. And this is the, you know, George Romero's Night of the Living Dead. Now, this is not the one that George Romero directed. George Romero wrote this film, and he produced this film. But this was the remake, you know, from 1990 that Tom Savini directed. But George Romero, I think he was on set for the whole shoot. I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure he was there a lot of the time. But this was made because the original film something happened with the copyright, and it ended up being public domain. So basically, George Romero and everyone involved with it never made any money because the copyright got messed up. So that's why too, you guys see in so many movies in the background, like if there's like even in super low budget films, you sometimes see in the background the original Living Dead playing. That's because the movie is in public domain. I know there's some things where certain versions of the movie are not, though, like certain remastered versions, but like the really low quality, like bad VHS quality kind of early prints and stuff, those are the ones that are all public domain. But basically this was made so then there was a way to actually have George Romero make some money off of the film for the first time ever. But I thought, improved a lot of it because this was rated R. It was able to be much gorier because when the first movie was made, I think it actually got rated R too, but you couldn't show as much at that time. And for this one, it was able to really, ramp up the gore. And Savini, who is known for being an incredible effects artist and did the effects in Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, did the effects on this one as well. So it's going to be very gory. Like I said, I've always loved this movie. This is a great film here. It has in here the digital copy. Here's a look, though, inside for this one. But really, really happy to have this. I was so happy that Sony sent over a copy of this. It has on here, though, feature-wise, so it has the 4K version, and it has the theatrical and uncensored. It has a commentary on the uncensored version by Tom Savini, moderated by Michael Felser. It also has an archival commentary track. I think that was back for the original DVD, the Blu-ray that came out back in the time was from back in the day was from Twilight Time. I remember that was like really out of print and everything. And then it has on here on the Blu-ray, it has a commentary track, the archival commentary, making a featurette, Savini's night with director Tom Savini. A bunch of different interviews. Interview one here with Bill Moseley. He was in the very beginning of the film. A theatrical trailer, but great film. Really great, new Steelbook release for this one. The other one from Sony as well, and this is a brand new Steelbook release, and this is the film here, The Quick and the Dead. This one has a great cast. Sharon Stone, Gene Hackman, Russell Crowe, Leonardo DiCaprio. And this is also directed by Sam Raimi. And this is really fun because it was kind of, Sam Raimi bringing his kind of, Evil Dead's kind of way of filming too. Because if you guys see the Evil Dead films, he had a really interesting kind of way of like shooting weird kind of angles and things like that. And this movie specifically too had a lot of that in it still. He was still kind of in that kind of filmmaking style a little bit, and the Darkman kind of style. Nowadays, his movies are not as much that way. It's a little different, though. He doesn't lean into that as much in the kind of weird angles and the strange shots and stuff, but this movie did, and I remember really liking this one. This is the brand new, like I said, this is the brand new Steelbook release here. This is the 30th anniversary, which includes the 4K, the Blu-ray, and the digital copy of the film. It also has special features, which are on the 4K disc, and includes deleted scenes and a theatrical trailer on this one. And here's a look, though, inside at the discs as well. The next one here, this was from MVD, and this is from the Rewind collection. This is a documentary here called The Best Christmas Movies Ever. And this is basically talking to people involved from films such as like Home Alone, Elf, The Santa Claus, Miracle on 31st Street, Christmas Vacation, and basically talking to them about Christmas films and kind of like all about why people like Christmas films and all that kind of stuff as well. So if you guys are a fan of, Christmas movies, definitely worth checking out here. It has on here, though, commentary track on here with the director, deleted extended scenes on here. It has a Best Christmas Movie Live at the Galaxy Con on here. And then also inside, too, is a collectible poster for the movie. So here's a little mini poster for the film as well here. The other ones here, these were from moviezing.com. I have a link below where you guys can order these for the best price. And the first one here is from Dark Side Releasing. It's a movie here called For Halloween. And this is from the director. He did a movie called Crocodile. Red Crocodile, which is this creepy movie about this guy. I remember when it first came out, I remember talking about it in the videos, and I remember he was falling apart, and like the guy in his apartment is a crazy movie. And this is basically like an anthology, different segments. It has a very, very 80s kind of feel to it. And it's kind of like these different masks, and like they kind of relate to like the different stories, and they kind of lead into different stories. It was an interesting the way it was put together. It has on here though alternate scenes, behind the scenes bloopers. It has also the theatrical trailer on here, and the trailer for other Dark Side releasings titles as well. The other one here that was from Movie Zing as well. This is also from Random Media. And this is an interesting movie. It's a movie here called The Womb. And this is one of those ones where you kind of see this woman, and she's kind of in her house, kind of locking herself in there. And you're kind of trying to figure out exactly what is going on. And you can tell that something has happened. And then at the same time, you see this other group of these characters, and you're kind of trying to figure out if it's something in the past or it's something going on now, because it sort of seems like they're trying to make their way to the person. It's an interesting movie, just kind of about like one of those things where you don't know if it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of someone that's like sort of imagining these things that are going on, or it really is something that happened. It was an interesting movie. This is one here called The Womb. The other one here, this was from Cleopatra Entertainment. This one to let you guys know that was available, called Mirror Life, Modern Zombies. It has Find Cure, Escape Lab, Tell Everyone. This is basically kind of like a end of the world type thing. And basically, it's kind of dealing with like the clinical testings and things like that. And basically, anytime there's those kind of testings going on, you know something weird is going to come from it. It's basically, though, the people that are involved in this, and they get kind of forced into this lockdown when weird sort of things start to happen to them. And this one has on here, though, the trailer, slideshow, deleted scenes, outtakes, and a DVD commentary on this one here as well. And the last one to let you guys know that was available from Kino Lorber, and this is the 4K Ultra HD, which includes the 4K and the Blu-ray. And this is Jurgis's film. Jurgis, I never know how to say his last name, so I always just say Jurgis. And it's his movie here, Dogtooth. And, you know, I love Jurgis's movies. Like, the Poor Things, Kinds of Kindness. I love the way that the story and the characters are always a little bit off. And I also am obsessed with kind of like he gets really different kind of actors. And sometimes like the performances are really weird. And like, I love that kind of stuff. Like, that is my kind of movie. Like, the things that he does, I cannot wait for Begonia. It looks incredible. Like, I don't know, I really, really love just the way he structures the films, the weird humor in them, everything. And this one has on here, though, so it's the 4K disc. It also includes the Blu-ray. It has a commentary track on here with the stars of the film. Has a commentary with film critic Adam Naiman on here. On the disc 2, the Blu-ray, it has Jurgis in conversation. It has on here an interview with Jurgis, deleted scenes, trailers on here as well. And then in here, too, was a booklet as well. So a little booklet as well. But anyway, though, guys, that was all for the review portion of this video. Like I always say, if you guys enjoyed these these videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Thanks for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.